Okay, as you can see here, I have my Dakota alert system, and we'll test it out. I have it around this corner. Oh, I'm walking.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
And as you can see,
Alert Zone 1.
it is now alerting me because I have crossed the threshold. I don't know if you can see it up on the tree. I just kind of partly mounted it up there just so that you guys could see it. And what it'll actually do is kind of semi-reset so that it's not alerting you as, say, if you have a deer or something like that that's in the area, that it won't just keep on going off. So you usually have a few seconds, and then you just kind of walk back up.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
And as you can see, it is alerting that somebody's walking through this general area here. So it's actually pretty slick in that regard. And let's do another test. Okay, here we are. And you can see it's mounted up on that tree that's right in the center there. It's kind of leaning weird, but we'll test it as I'm walking through. And if I was trying to sneak up on this cabin here.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
So, as you can see, it actually works pretty slick here. Now, obviously, as you get closer to it, it's a pretty dang obvious the way that I got set up here. But there are other ways that you can take care of it. You can actually, if you wanted to, however you got it, if you're not going to be as far away, you can hear it's going off again. And you can actually make it not as conspicuous. And if you're not that far away from the area, you don't really need the alert as far. Unless you have a large piece of property, then you're going to want that better signal distance. Now let's just say you wanted to see if anybody was coming along your beachfront here, and you wanted to cover that area. If you've got other areas covered with other sections, but this is one area that you want to make sure that you have definitely covered if it's a high traffic area, then that's something you could also look into. So you may not necessarily want to put it up on one of these trees, but perhaps maybe down a little bit farther, then you'll definitely catch anything that's moving along at ground level. And I'll probably pick this little thing right here. Now as you can see here, it's a little bit harder to see. If you're walking up along, you wouldn't even really notice it. That's not the best camouflage job ever, but it's not too bad. And it's definitely something that's, you know, a white piece of plastic isn't something that's unseen of near a beach or anything like that. As you can see, there's actually an old bobber that washed up. But let's just test her out. Let's test her out.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
So that's going to catch anybody that's walking along there. And now we'll try it from a little bit farther out, as if I was just walking down this area of the beach here.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
Where is it? Right there.
Alert Zone 1.
So as you can see, it's actually a pretty cool little tool here. Okay, let's say for instance that you're trying to cover, say, this game trail right here, or this is a main avenue approach to your residence or your cabin or anything like that. And, you know, animals and people always take the path of least resistance whenever they're approaching anything. So the best way to go about covering these areas is to not look so much for the heavily wooded, hard to see and hard to walk through areas, although you do need to give some attention to that. But the game trails and the more heavily used areas are going to be the best ways to really kind of monitor the traffic that's coming to and from the area that you live in. So let's just walk this trail.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
Okay, we just passed by it.
Zone 1.
So where do you think it's at? Now you can see it. Okay, here's another thing you can do. If you're trying to cover a very large area, you don't want to obscure the infrared. But if you're just trying to cover a very small area, such as just anything walking across this game trail, then you can get away with that and get a little bit better camouflage for the device. As you can see right here, we'll walk across it again.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
And do you remember where it was before?
Zone 1.
And you can actually just take, like that doesn't really look that out of place, but that yellow one kind of does. But as you can see, it just cut like a little hole in it. And you can actually take, say, this would probably match up a little bit better.
Alert Zone 1.
That's kind of basically bit it.
Alert Zone 1.
And now you can barely notice if there's anything there. I take away that. Just take a look up close. Once you get really close, then you can tell because you're looking for it. But looking back here, or putting this up against my head, and now turning as though I was looking, seeing if there's anything around in the area, that's where it's at, right there. So, looking right in that area, do you even notice anything? No. So, as you can see, it has a lot of applications. You can use it even inside of a building. You can mount it up on a wall so that anything is in there just like you would with a floodlight out in front of your property. But for the best application, I think, is this is basically a force multiplier for you, for your security, for your home, and for your retreat. It's really great because you can basically have eyes everywhere on your property, even at night, in areas that you really want to pay attention to and have had issues with or anticipate having issues with. And like I said, you can have all the way up to Zone 4. So your Zone 1 could be like this game trail, a second game, you know, in specific areas, so that you know that, okay, it's in the west side that I need to be watching for. The Zone 2s could be north side, zone, however you want to set it up, or just kind of the more likely avenues of approach. You don't necessarily have to cover something. Say if it's a bugged-in swamp, I don't think bad guys trying to come get you are going to do that. So, okay, I just wanted to do another quick little section here, just because I was talking about how it could be used for within building and property defense. So I've set it up inside. It's not like well hidden or anything like that, but it just shows you the possibilities with this system. So let's take a walk inside the cabin.
Alert Zone 1. Alert Zone 1.
And as you can see, not very hidden very well, but it does the job. So anyways, that's it for this little section on buildings. I'm sorry that I don't have like a warehouse or anything like that to show you how well it works there, but this will have to do. And trust me, these Murs radio packs with the MAT sensors are just awesome. So, all right, this is the Murs radio Dakota alert system with the Murs radio and MAT infrared sensor. We are giving this away for our prepper contest this month, but in the future I hope we're able to do that as well. For all your Murs radio and Dakota alert needs, head to murs-radio.com. And this is the Great Northern Prepper from www.greatnorthernprepper.com. So for all your survival, economic, and just wondering about the future needs, head over to greatnorthernprepper.com. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to hear from you. All right.